So there you have it, our completed radio commercial. We've done all of our edits. This tutorial now is number 11, and it's going to actually walk you through the process of turning what is a project file, a series of instructions for the program, into an MP3 audio file, which is a simple file that can be played on any computer anywhere in the world. Before we do that, there's two things you need to do. First of all, you need to play back your entire commercial on your timeline and make sure it sounds exactly like you hope it does and expect it to. Okay, so once you're happy that it's exactly right, that the timing of everything's right, the audio levels are all good, then you're ready to move to the next step, which is making sure that it comes in under time. What do I mean? Look at this clip here. That's the tagline. It appears very close to the end of the commercial. I'm just going to zoom in on that a bit. And if you see, if I roll my cursor, it snaps to the end. See that yellow line snaps to the end of that clip? Click. Look at the time. Yep, it's under 30. Then the only other clip that comes close to the end of the commercial, 30 seconds, is the music. Let's just take our cursor. That's the first yellow bar is up on the tagline. Keep rolling, and there it is there. That's now the end of the music. Click. Yes, it's under 32. So what we have now is a radio commercial that's ready to be exported. Again, we're going to turn these series of instructions into an actual audio file now. So let's go to File, Export, and it's going to export as an MP3, which is a common audio file that you're probably all aware of. Your music is probably all saved that way. We're going to save it in that MP3 file format. That's called encoding. We're using a piece of software in the computer to actually do all this mathematical work to convert this project file into an audio file. Again, that's called encoding. Okay, once we get into the export dialog box, first thing it wants to know is the name and save location. Make sure your first name is on your file first, please. Don't put the name on at the end. I'm going to go 1_Snyder, final, radio commercial. Make sure the spelling's good. Okay, I'm going to save it. I'm going to just save mine just for simplicity's sake. I'm going to save mine to just my desktop. It'll just make it easier when I want to show you things at the end. Okay, you're going to save it in a folder on your computer where you know it's going to be saved and that it makes sense, perhaps where you've been saving your Audacity project files. Okay, I'm saving it again as an MP3. Look at all these other file formats. I could encode this project file to a number of different audio formats, but I'm picking MP3. Keep your bit rate to preset. We want to go to standard, which is a good quality, really very high quality, especially for what we're doing. If you click down here, we could go to extreme. We don't need extreme. That might be for some music if you're recording live music. And then you've got insane. If you really need it high quality, perhaps you're doing an orchestra recording or something, and you wanted to record the highest quality you could. Okay, we're going to just go with standard and keep everything else as the preset. Then you're going to click Save. Again, I'm saving it in my desktop. Save. And it says your tracks will be mixed down and exported as one stereo file. In other words, it's going to take all these tracks and mix them down, and all you're going to have at the end is one stereo track with all of these sounds mixed up onto it. And that's exactly what we want. So click OK. And then you're getting this metadata, and all that is saying, do you want to add extra comments or information on this file? Like your name, you could, but that's really not going to be relevant for what we're doing. So let's ignore the metadata tags. Okay, and we're going to click OK. Boom, it did it. Look at how fast it did that. Simply because this is an audio only file, video takes quite a bit longer, but audio can be encoded very quickly. So it's now complete. The last step you've got to do before you submit your file to your teacher is check it. So I'm going to go to my Finder. I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to find that file. There it is. I've nicely named so I can easily find it. And I'm going to play it. I'm not going to do it for you now. I'm going to play it through and make sure what I listened to on my project file is how it's sounding now on my final MP3 file. So that concludes this version of this radio commercial. Think of it as your sort of practice version where you've used the existing voice clips in these two tracks. You've used the music that I supplied. You may want to change the music for your own version. And you're also going to rewrite a little bit of the script. I'll talk about that in the next tutorial just to give you a bit of a setup as to the second version of this commercial that we want you to submit, which is going to be closer to your own version because it's going to use your own voices, your own music, and change the script a little bit. So that'll be in the next tutorial, but we want you to submit this version as well so we can see what kind of progress you've made. When you do submit, please submit not only your MP3 file, but also your .aup project file so we can open it up and see what you've done. Okay, I hope you've had some fun doing this. The next tutorial, as I say, will talk you through the little modifications you're going to do to give us a second version of this radio commercial.